George is going to show us all these fine holsters that I've been admiring here and tell us what he does.
I might give you a little background on Cathy Enterprises. We're not the most widely known holster company in the United States. However, we have made more holsters than most anyone. For some 20 years, we have been the major manufacturer for the military and Defense Department, having made 3 million holsters for them. We presently have a new contract for the M12 nylon holster that's been made by another manufacturer for $1.3 million. We're, for about 4 years now, have been in the commercial market and have been showing our goods and selling them to individuals and dealers. We feel like that we have a good product. Our prices are considerably less than anyone else, and we have a complete line.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to step out the picture.
These holsters.
3, 2, 1. Yes, sir.
These holsters represent the line of revolver holsters that we make out of leather. They are considerable, and all of our holsters are fully lined within the price that we offer them. So consequently, here you see a complete line of revolver holsters. On this next panel, you see a line of automatic holsters. The automatic, of course, being a gun that has recently taken a jump in the number of guns being sold. Here we have a complete line of Cordura and nylon holsters. Our holsters are leather, in this particular series, are leather trimmed, leather lined, foam padded, and just a complete holster. These holsters also have an option of having a flap that would go with them. We have another series of nylon holsters that again are leather lined, leather trimmed. They have an adjustable strap that allows it to be and you can pull that booger and it just won't come loose. Down here is a little ankle holster rig that can be worn in several different ways. It can be worn as an ankle holster. It has a patch on either side where a clip goes, and it can be worn on the inside of the trousers. Then we go to our old original Western style holsters.
Which, might I add, is one of my favorites.
Right. And we have a complete line of these particular items. We have them both lined with suede, we have them unlined, and we have them lined with top grain cowhide.
I want to remind the folks that they're getting to meet you for the first time. They've been watching your commercials on our weekly program. So, one, it's a great pleasure to be here and meet you, George. It looks like it's going to be another great SHOT Show, and you folks have an absolutely tremendous booth here for people to come by and see.
Well, thank you, Johnny. We appreciate that. We have, as I said, been the major manufacturer of military holsters for some 20 years, and consequently there's some of those holsters are displayed on this board. This is the old black powder rig that used to be worn and still is by black powder enthusiasts. Now we've made this Army's adjustable sling, 1 1/4 inch sling, for many, many years for the military, and we still sell a considerable number of those.
Okay, I'll find it there in a minute. There we are.
And we even make that in a white for parade and dress uniforms. We have a series of cartridge belts that you see here, and different types of slings. And we make probably one of the strongest dog collars known to man. This is about a 1/2 inch thick, and and the hardware is heavy, and if you got a Fido that needs something like that, well, we'll be happy.
Now, we're not talking about your Pekingese here. We're talking about more like, how about your Pit Bulldog or your Rottweiler or
You bet.
or mean German Shepherd? Yeah.
We think
That's
we
great.
have a great selection of belts at probably one of the best prices available in the country.
Now, tell me something, George. Can people order direct from you for
Yes, they can.
I know that we're running your Rough Rider commercial,
Right.
but they can also order belts and the other things that you showed us here direct.
And they can write for a catalog, and we'll be happy to send them one.
Okay, so they can get a catalog, and along about here, we'll probably flash on our screen the address that they will need. Edit, patch in the Kathy Enterprises address and phone number. Edit out. 3, 2, 1. All right. And see, you have some other things down underneath your belt.
I don't think there's many of these around. This is a holster made for a laser, a gun with a laser on it. It's nylon, it's leather lined, it's ambidextrous. You can put it on either side. You can shift your straps around. It has a thumb brake.
Great idea.
It's got about everything.
Well, also now that we're seeing more and more handguns with dot type scopes on them, I imagine that would work pretty well for that too.
That's right, and we do make a holster that we don't have with us that has a scope. Over here, we're featuring an old-time holster maker who is presently in a nursing home. But
Let me see if I can get a close up. Let me see if I can get a close up of his picture there. Let's see, this will work right here. Edit in. Let me get up to the picture. 3, 2, 1. And tell us who this is, George.
Chick Gaylord is a man that made many holsters over the years and sold them primarily to police and, of course, to the general public. What we've done is, under special arrangements, we have gotten one of his old catalogs that go back to the 50s and an old price list and a holster that is worn on the inside of your trousers on the front pocket, and it's for this particular one. It's for a J-frame, and we put it all together with combat targets, an old catalog, and a holster, and we're selling this to try to help him out a little bit in his plight of old age.
Well, you know, that's a heck of a nice thing you're doing. Besides the holsters being a very functional and useful item for a lot of us.
That's a picture of a chick like Burt Reynolds.
Well, now, George, tell us about this shady-looking character over in the corner of your booth here.
Well, we call this gentleman Burt Reynolds because he looks kind of like Burt.
Well,
but I wouldn't want Burt to take offense to that, however.
oh no, it's in fact it does kind of favor Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. But this little man is actually made over in England, and he probably the attraction has been to every show that we've ever gone to. But he lifts his rifle, his shotgun, and on the third lift each time, he pulls the trigger and
He
a little
fires.
flash comes out the end of it. But we don't know what we'd do without him.
I will catch you. There's one.
He forgot his gun.
Oh, he forgot
He
his.
does have a holster.
He forgot his handgun, but he's got a holster. Well, that thing ought to flash any time here. Well, how about there? Okay. Well, George, we want to thank you so much for taking us on a tour of your booth, and you have some wonderful products. And again, we'll flash your company address and phone numbers on the screen. And we thank you so much for your trouble and your hospitality today.
Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Thank you. And here we are in the USA Biathlon booth, and this is Lyle Nelson. And he's going to tell us about this for just a moment. And of course, to his right, we have Karen Mutka of the U.S. Olympic team. Come around and say hello, Karen. Karen Mutka with the U.S. Olympic team. And here we have Marty Rudolph, also with the USA Biathlon team. And we're going to go down to Karen's booth in just a few minutes. But first, we're going to get Lyle to tell us a little bit about their project and what they're doing.
But we're here making everybody aware of the most active shooting sport, and that's summer biathlon. And I say active because it combines running with shooting. Competitors start off with a 1 mile run, come into the shooting range, the rifles are there, they lay down, shoot 5 shots prone, leave the rifles there, jump up, run another mile, come back to the range. This time they shoot 5 shots standing, leave the rifles there, sprint the last mile if they can sprint. And we encourage lots of people who aren't runners and don't think about sprinting in these events. They just jog through it, have a lot of fun. Anyhow, they finish that last mile to the finish line, and then it's all laughing and joking about who hit and who missed.
Well, tell me, does your accuracy tend to suffer a little bit on that last relay?
We always tell people to prepare for the fact that the targets are on a stream and somebody's bouncing them up and down downrange. Now we know that isn't true, but it's what it looks like after you come running in there, coughing and puffing, and then you try and hold still and focus in on those little targets. It's hard, but that's part of the challenge. If it was real easy, people wouldn't have the sense of thrill when they finish.
Well, now tell me something, Lyle. You're a former champion yourself. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your own background?
I've been in biathlon for the last 20 years. I was on 4 Olympic teams. I was the oldest U.S. Olympian in 1988 and the Olympic team captain and U.S. flag bearer. I've stayed in the sport for several reasons. I've never really done it perfectly yet, so I got to stick around to get that right, and it's just a lot of fun. There's not very many biathletes who retire from the sport. We just get slower.
Well, we really appreciate you taking time to visit with us today, and we're going to be assisting you folks on some projects on our program, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
All right. Thanks, John. Us too.
Ask the question. Ask the question. Okay, this is Marty Rudolph, and she's going to tell us. In fact, go ahead and ask the question, John. Help me out here. Go ahead and ask the question, please.
Okay. Well, let's run that. You just changed that to help our athletes or to participate in summer biathlon. Can you do that one again?
Okay, that's fine. We'll
Actually, anybody can get involved in summer biathlon. It's very easy. We put on over 100 races a year throughout the country, so there's probably one in a major metropolitan area or at a club nearby. Any shooting organization can host a summer biathlon. We also have a newsletter that goes out to 10,000 people. If someone's really interested in participating, they can contact the U.S. Biathlon Association, or they can contact Summer Biathlon in Portland, Oregon.
Great. Thank you so much for taking time to be with us today. Clarinet player. Judy, get in here, Mark. Gosh. See, I'm trying to make TV stars out of y'all.
I think it should be them, and then I'll deal with the team. But let them have their moment.
Well, better you can say show that we all talk to each
Sure.
other.
See, that'd be a good thing.
Okay.
There you go.
You know, you guys shooting.
Got Jerry surrounded by professional shooting ladies. All right. Will I do it? Huh? If I catch Jerry still out there, hey, Jerry, wait. Let me turn the camera on. Okay, here we are at the SHOT Show. We're down here at the U.S. Olympic team booth with Karen Mutka on your right. But we also have Jerry Michalik and Judy Woolley from Team Smith & Wesson, and we're very pleased to visit with them. And you'll notice we had Jerry and Judy on our program a couple of weeks ago, and we'll be talking. How are you folks enjoying the SHOT Show so far?
So far, it's early in the day.
And as Jerry said a moment ago, I will put them on the spot now. If I get a camera, I'll have them stand still. Let me take pictures. So Jerry was on a couple of weeks ago. Okay, great.
Tell me
3,
when.
2, 1. Okay. Go ahead, Karen. Tell us who you have here.
This is Neil Kaloya. He is the contender for our 1992 Olympic pistol team, and he trains at the Olympic Training Center with us. He's 22 years old and definitely one of the best shots in the country.
Tell us, where are you from, Neil?
I'm originally from Crimes Grove, Oregon, a little small town.
And how did you get started in shooting?
My dad started me when I was about 14. He shot for years, and I just kind of picked it up.
Well, we sure wish you a lot of luck in the future. So glad to have you with us today.
Thank you.
And that's what I want you to just tell us about. What do you do? Okay.
All right.
What is your name? It's Dottie.
I'm Dottie Utrus, yes.
Okay.
And I am representing
Okay, wait,
the
just a
United
second.
All right, tell
Conservation
us.
Alliance.
Okay.
I'm really with you.
3, 2, 1. What's your name again?
Dottie Utrus.
Go ahead, Dottie.
Okay, I'm representing the United Conservation Alliance, and the United Conservation Alliance is an umbrella organization that has been formed to fight the anti-hunting movement through the media. And we're doing the inaugural fundraising banquet this Saturday night, and tickets are $75 to the banquet. So that's what I'm doing here today.
Well, we certainly wish you folks a lot of luck, and nice to see you here at the SHOT Show. And we'll do what we can to help you.
Appreciate it.
3, 2, 1. And we've had a very nice gentleman stop by our booth here. And this is Dave Burdett. And Dave, why don't you tell us what you do, sir?
Well, I've got a sporting goods store, Burdett & Son Outdoor Adventure Shop in Bryan, Texas. We specialize in hunting rifles, backpacking, and scouting equipment, as well as Browning clothing. We also do a lot of custom rifles in Wildcat calibers. We've done some 22 Cheetahs, a lot of 30 Gibbs, and it's a whole lot of fun to wildcat.
Well, we hope to do a segment on a future program about that, and we're going to try and get you to help us. I understand you've done some work with Dean Grinnell.
We have.
And we certainly look forward to whatever we can turn up there. We appreciate so much you stopping by today.
Okay.
Vicki, you're on camera now, and Vicki is here with the Freedom Arms booth, and of course you folks at home have seen Freedom Arms products before on our programs. Vicki, tell us how you're enjoying the SHOT Show this year.
Oh, I'm loving every minute of it.
Have you been to SHOT Shows in the past?
Yes, this is my fourth.
This is your fourth.
Dallas twice, Vegas once. This first time in New Orleans.
Well, I guess we could call it definitely a gun show circus, am I correct?
Yes, it is.
Do you have any new products you'd like to call to our attention this year?
Yeah, we have the 357. We just came
You
out.
have one handy you could show us? All right.
1, 2, 3. Go.
Okay, Vicki has a new gun for Freedom Arms this year. And Vicki, tell us what you have here in your hands.
Okay, it's a 357. We call it, the model name is 353. Same frame as the 454, same cylinder length. Line board cylinder to the barrel. Excellent accuracy. It's been doing real well in silhouettes already. We just introduced it in January, and we're really excited about it. I think it's going to do real well.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way you folks make your guns with the tolerances, hand loaders can maybe get a little more out of a 357 in your particular gun. Am I right on that?
Yes, you are. Yes, the cylinder thickness allows you to shoot very hot bullets.
Okay, can a purchaser get some reloading information from you folks there at Freedom Arms?
You can, but we don't have any on the 357 yet. We should have it.
But in other words, if you have an upper level 357 load in one of the loading manuals, this revolver may surprise you with some velocities. How about that?
If we're getting up to 16 feet per second, 16,000 feet per second.
Okay, because nobody wants to, none of us want to push our hand loads beyond what are accepted standards, I know, but I also know the reputation of these guns, and we're looking so forward to getting one of these to test on our show. We appreciate you taking time to visit with us today.
Thanks for stopping by.
You're in.
Hi, we're just visiting here with the walking through the show. You tell us this George Jensen, is that right?
George Jensen?
Yes.
Nice meeting you.
Hey.
Wayne Beater.
Hey, nice to meet you. How are y'all enjoying the show?
Very much.
Is this your first?
Our second. We were at the Dallas show last year.
Oh, great. Did you see any new products?
That we have.
When did you do those?
Just came in this morning.
Is this your first time to New Orleans?
No, I've been here many times before. It's always fun to come back to the city.
Well, I enjoyed y'all talking with us.
Okay.
We want to slow it down on our shooting shop.
Thank you, Bert. Stay well.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, y'all come on by. This is a scan of the Freedom Arms booth at the 1992 SHOT Show. And I want to get a little close up of that. Talk about your ultimate pocket pistol. 3, 2, 1. And here we are with Larry Grossman at the 1992 SHOT Show in New Orleans. And Larry, I'll tell you, these people are coming with new products like crazy. And he's got one he's going to show us right now.
This is our double action 380. It's got 7-round capacity, and it's double action every shot, so it's ready to go. Having 7-round, 6 in the magazine and 1 in the chamber. That's our latest one.
Now,
it's all stainless steel.
Tell me the similarity between this and the little AMT 380 that you folks have made for so long.
Okay, this is
the backup.
This is our regular backup. The thing that's going to be nicer about this one is the fact that you can carry one in a chamber. This one we don't recommend one in a chamber. So this one, then, when you're ready to, put one in a chamber and it's ready to fire.
And you know, Larry, one thing that we're talking about, we've had a new law go into effect here in Louisiana where people can apply and receive concealed handgun permits. And I'm sure that a lot of ladies, and of course, since I brought that up since we're here in New Orleans at the SHOT Show, a lot of ladies and people that can't carry a large gun, I think will be extremely interested, like you said, especially since you can carry one chambered now.
That's right. So, you know, it's for a woman to cock this back is sometimes a little difficult. And so this one here, it's nice because it can be ready to go. It's real safe. There's no way it's going to go off until you squeeze the trigger all the way back to the full travel of it.
Well, some of our viewers out there watching this will remember Larry from a few weeks ago. We had featured him and their 10mm Magnum on an earlier show, and we're so glad they're doing well, and they have a tremendous new lineup of products this year at the SHOT Show. Larry, thank you so much,
Thank you very much.
Okay, Calico Arms, Cliff David, right? 2, 1. And here we are in the Calico Arms booth with a gentleman named Cliff David, and he's going to show us one of the Calico guns. So tell us what you have there, Cliff.
Okay, what I'm holding here is a Calico M900. Every Calico firearm we manufacture is based around a magazine concept. It's a helical magazine. They're all parallel to the barrel center lines. They all go on top of the receiver like so. This is a 50-round 9mm magazine. This gun also has the ability to take a 100-round magazine.
And I've read that since it feeds down, it works with gravity, that these are very reliable guns. Am I correct on that?
Yes, sir. The gun does feed down, although you can fire this gun inverted if you'd like. The ejection port is right there.
It'll still work.
You can turn the gun upside down and it'll still run.
That's great. Well, you know, I could really see for a home defense situation or for a police application or all kinds of uses I can see for this gun, and we will look forward to getting one on our show for testing. Thanks so much, Cliff, for taking time to talk with us.
You bet.
And they're talking. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, now friends, you're watching at home. This is the gentleman, Tom James, who has made our Fort Knox gun safe giveaway possible. And I tell you what, to meet him in the real life here, he is a very fine, very nice man. So, and they build a heck of a gun safe, as you can see from our show.
Well, of course, nobody knows me, but so we bring a famous man like Johnny Rutherford with us.
Now, you know, that's pretty good. We have Johnny Rutherford
We
here.
have found a few people know this man.
Well, Tom, trust me, a lot more people know you now than they did earlier.
And particularly all the people he owes money to, they all come here to get it.
And here I am sitting in plain sight. This is a great show. We're having a good time.
Well, we're certainly glad to meet you
We appreciate your
folks
show.
here.
You do a good job for us all over the country.
Well, as we were just talking here, of course, Tom has given the great Fort Knox gun safe. One of you lucky viewers is going to be owning this gun safe, and we have a drawing in the near future. So I want to remind you again, get your postcard in with your name on it. And we're so pleased to see Tom and Johnny Rutherford. And let's see, introduce this gentleman down there.
This is my son, TJ.
Well, TJ, we're glad to meet you.
He does
too.
all the work and I take all the credit. It's a good arrangement.
Man, that's a great arrangement if he can hold it up. I guarantee.
Yeah, really.
Thanks so much.
Hey, thank you very much for coming by. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna let Gretchen talk.
Okay.
I'll just look at you.
Okay. We're in.
Okay, we're in.
We're in now.
We're in the Thinsulate thermal insulation booth with some ladies here, Jan Peterson and Gretchen Randall, and they're representatives of the company. And ladies, tell me what's happening here in these glass tubes.
This is two tubes showing the weight efficiency of our Thinsulate light loft insulation versus standard fiber fill. And with air going up, it's just showing that the light loft is much less dense and more weight efficient than a standard fiber fill. And the light loft is being sold for that fact that it is weight efficient. It is being used in garments and in sleeping bags. And in sleeping bags, it can save approximately a pound per bag because it is so lightweight.
Well, we appreciate you taking time to tell us what you're doing. And I see over here you're a sponsor of the U.S. Olympic team, and we're working with them also.
Yes, we are a sponsor, a corporate sponsor.
We really appreciate you folks and your efforts. Thank you so much. You're on. You're on. You're on right now. Okay.
2, 3. Who should wear it?
Well, anyone who wants to keep their feet warm.
All right. One, do you like it? Do you enjoy it?
It seems to be going very well.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've stopped in here at the HKS Speedloader booth, and we're talking with a gentleman named Joe Watson and a friend of his over here, who is Gary Morford. Did I say that right?
You said that perfectly.
Oh, great, Gary. Well, I was just mentioning to these folks a moment ago that we're featuring, in fact, on tonight's show, we're featuring an HKS Speedloader. So tell us how you like the SHOT Show so far, gentlemen.
It's been very good. A lot of good traffic, and people are all real swell down here. We've enjoyed ourselves.
Well, I think that you're in the same. I'm a revolver shooter, and I think you folks promote revolvers. Am I correct on that?
Yes, we certainly do.
Well, you know, there are those others who think that a lot of police departments going to the semi-automatic handgun may be a little hasty. Using your products, they can really reload their revolvers darn near as fast as a clip in a semi-automatic. So we darn sure want people to know that. So
yes, and it's a much more dependable way to reload.
Mechanism. I certainly agree. Do you have any new products you'd like to show the folks out there watching?
No, we don't have anything new this year.
It's just everything you got works. Am I correct?
I think that's right.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for visiting with us at the 1992 SHOT Show.
Thank you.
1.
We're in. Ladies and gentlemen, we're down here at the...
bow quivers. Quivers attached to the side of the bow handles or risers. We make a one-piece and a two-piece attached type quiver. We're also making a side quiver also for bow hunters who don't like to put bow quivers on their bows. The most popular quiver we're making is the two-piece Pegasus, which allows a two-piece attachment. Makes it a little bit off, a stronger locking system, and that makes it a little bit quieter bow when you're hunting.
Well, sir, that's one thing that we want to start covering on our program is some things to do with archery, because a lot of gun hunters are also bow hunters, and we're glad to meet you folks today, and we're going to give you a little feature on our program that I think a lot of people will be interested in.
Great.
Well, Jim, thanks so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
Here's Tom Conrad visiting with one of our good friends at Shooting Time, the Shooting Time staff.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Y'all just...
We're doing it now.
I want you to talk about somebody you really hate.
Talk about guns.
Okay.
Well, let's talk. Let's see. This is Joe Terrell, along with Tom Conrad of Taurus. Of course, Joe is with our good friend Shooting Times Magazine, and they're just visiting a little bit. What we're going to talk about, Joe, you said you had a gun you want to tell us about?
Yeah, we want to do a piece on the PT-22. Great. You guys got it coming out.
Coming over here, we have some people looking at it right now. Started production with it. Now it's going to our distributors. The first couple hundred this past month. Fantastic. We have some great features that a lot of guns in this price point doesn't have. It's a nice little niche, and it's not super expensive, but it's not where some of the lower end products.
It's a
well-made guns, and you feel comfortable.
Yeah, since you've been down to the factory and seen it, I think.
And made in the USA too.
That's true. You folks have just opened a plant in the United States. Is that right, Tom?
In Miami.
In
I
Miami.
have a 30,000 square foot facility, and getting geared up for this and get more and more guns out each and every month.
Well, one thing we've always been impressed by is Taurus, consistency and quality. And these folks have been extremely nice. We did a piece with Tom last year at the 91 SHOT Show. In fact, a lot of people have seen him recently in one of our programs. So we're down here today again at their booth, and we're going to look at a couple of guns in just a moment that are new for them. And we appreciate so much them taking time to talk with us.
Taurus is our PT-22. We have production going right now in our Miami facility. It's 100% American made, and it has some unique features to it. One is the tip-up barrel, the pop-up barrel, we've been calling it in our advertising, so that someone, especially younger shooters and women, don't have to rack the slide for the first round. They can insert the cartridge and have the full magazine, and they're ready to go. Also, for unloading, you have the same easy procedure that's very safe. Another feature of the gun that's somewhat unique is this gun has a magazine disconnect safety, so the magazine is not in place, it can't be fired. So one more added safety feature. You can check here, we know that the gun is rendered completely inoperable at this point.
Well, you know, Tom, we have a lot of mothers, single mothers who are heads of households now that are buying handguns, and every safety feature that they can possibly get is a plus for us. So I think it's a good thing you folks are doing here. So I'm sure you're going to be very successful with this.
A lot of time and thought was put into the design of this gun, and it's priced at a point that's affordable. And I think we'll do quite well for us, and we hope that people will enjoy using it and shooting it.
Well, we certainly appreciate you taking time to visit with us and show us this terrific new product from Taurus.
Thank you.
Friends. All right, 3, 2, 1.
It'll be real simple.
You know, friends, we're seeing something that not a lot of people have ever seen, and these are actual Olympic medals. And we're in the Jason booth at the 1992 SHOT Show with a young man named Jay Bars. And Jay is an Olympic champion. So, Jay, why don't you tell us one about yourself and how you folks are, what you're doing here today?
Well, I'm trying to go back in '92 to the Olympic Games and defend my title that I won in 1988. So that'll be interesting. And I'm here at the Jason booth because they're one of my sponsors for the optics that I use while I'm competing at the Olympic Games. And their newest binocular out is glasses on, permafocus binocular. The neat thing about this, for people that wear eyeglasses, you don't have to worry about rolling any eye cups back. Fit right up against your glasses. They give you a bigger field of view, so you're not having to look through little tunnels like most people that wear glasses have to. And it's also permafocus, which means you never have to focus it. All you have to do is look through it. And whatever you look at will be in focus.
Well, that's pretty amazing right there. So, great. A lot of people, a lot of our viewers out there, of course, we have a lot of hunters who watch our show, and that's a great idea. And they look like they're armored pretty well, too.
Yes, sir, they are. They're armored. They also have it in a compact size, which is a little better for hunting, 10 by 25. Pulls up nice and compact. And they make them for people that don't wear glasses. And it's really nice because if I'm looking at a herd of elk or whatever, I can hand them over to you and you can look right through them without ever having to adjust anything on them or change my focus.
Oh, great idea. Great idea.
Works really well.
Well, we wish you a lot of luck this year in 1992 at the Olympics, and thank you so much for taking time to talk with us.
Thank you.
And your good sponsor, Jason International.
Yes.
Okay, drop-in shot for Jay Bars over at the Jason booth. Fade up. Okay, this is Matt Bryant showing Colonel Joe O'Neill Merkel.
Just kind of show us,
down here.
That's all right. Then we'll splice with ice in there. But I don't need to be on the film, really. Instead, here it all the time. Just kind of break it down, you know. Okay.
Okay, Matt, you were talking a moment ago that the Merkel line is recent for you folks, and boy, they have some awfully pretty shotguns here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about those?
Merkel's been building shotguns for several hundred years, just due to the fall of the wall and the joining of East and West Germany. Now the importation is made much easier and more economical. They use old world craftsmanship in hand engraving, and each stocks are hand fitted to the rifles or shotguns. With these, you've got, in this particular model, double triggers. This is also available with single trigger. You have cocking indicators for both barrels, and the same models are also available with, instead of the hunting scenes, you can also have a case-hardened receiver. And the over and under line. They also offer some of the same features, hand engraving.
And now,
actions.
I believe you said that due to the rate of exchange or tariff rate changing now, they're more reasonably priced than they were just a couple of years ago.
That is correct. You have prices ranging anywhere from $1,000 maybe up to $8,000, just depending on the exact model. But you've got several models to choose from that would probably fall in the $1,000 to $2,500 range. And for side-by-sides and over and unders, that's a very competitive price in today's market.
Well, we really appreciate you taking time to visit with us, and I know a lot of people who are our regular viewers will enjoy seeing these fine shotguns. I know we certainly have today. And thanks again for your time.
We sure appreciate your time.
3, 2,
1. We're rolling.
You're there.
I'm with Lee White here from Dixie Gun Works, Union City, Tennessee. And Lee, I've always admired your gun. I'd like you to just tell us one of your favorites. I think you're holding. I'm going to step out of the picture.
Okay.
And you just tell the folks about it.
All right, this is our Tennessee mountain rifle, and this has been on the market for about 10 years now. We've sold thousands of these. It's a full stock rifle. It's available in 50 or 32 caliber, and it comes in either kit or completed form, either flint or percussion. We also have a left-hand model in the 50 caliber version. But this is one of our most popular guns, has been, and because of its authentic styling. The other guns that we have up here are military muskets. We have an 1816 military musket, which is a new gun for us. A carnival musket. Both of these are flint. And we have an 1861 Springfield right here, which was a popular model during the Civil War. The guns down here are hunting models. Handguns, black powder revolvers, Walker revolver, Remington, Patterson. And over here on this side, we have the pistols, both flint and percussion pistols.
Well, you folks are one of the major suppliers.
Step back in the picture here again with you, and I do enjoy you showing them, because we had one time where we could really break them down and show them the workmanship that you create. I do thank you so much, and we have a great time with the shop.
Thank you.
We're in the HK booth with Tom Turpin, and he's going to tell us about some Heim rifles.
The top gun you're looking at here is a Heim 88 SS, which stands for sidelock. It's available up to 375 caliber. We don't build it larger than 375 in a sidelock model simply because due to the amount of wood that you have to take out of the stock to fit the locks in, it causes the stock to be weak. So on the big guns, we only make them in the box lock model, which the bottom gun here is the box lock.
Now, what caliber is that in?
This particular one is a 375 as well, but it's available up to 500 Nitro Express.
My goodness. So they're not kidding when they come to those, are they?
No. Most of our business is with the larger caliber guns for the African hunter.
Now this is new for you folks this year, is that correct?
No, last year was the first year.
Well, we're going to give you folks a mention on our program because a lot of people out there would like to see these things. And you know they don't get many opportunities to come to a show like this. So we appreciate you taking time to visit with us and wish you folks a lot of good luck.
Well, thank you very much, and we're glad to do it. If you come up with any more, come on back and we'll try to answer them for you.
The Reinhardt Fajan booth, and here is the original Mr. Fajan himself. And now he's working with a gentleman named Fred Winnie. Okay. And they seem to be very nice people, and they're going to show us a beautiful stock. Tell us about that, Fred.
Okay, this is a custom-made stock here that has been built so that your hand sets in here right, so you're in control of the trigger. These are all made custom from the guard to the grip, built to each individual's hand. This has a Monte Carlo stock on it, which lets the face touch here, and this pad touches on your shoulder, and this pad will adjust up and down and sideways so that you can get the proper fit on your shoulder. And this is for a trap gun. It's the new 90T Remington, built to customer specification.
Well, it's so pretty. And of course, you folks have a whole line of custom stocks that are available. And for rifles as well as shotguns and anything else. Well, we certainly appreciate you taking time to visit with us today. And I know a lot of people out there watching our show will enjoy visiting with you too.
Thank you.
Hi, we're here at the SHOT Show with Gerald Shootin. And
Gerald.
Gerald. Yeah. Gerald.
Edit. 3, 2. All right, go for it.
We're here at the SHOT Show with Gerald. And Gerald makes, of course, game calls and all kinds of predator calls, everything else. Got so many of them, I don't even know which one to talk about. But I'm going to let him entertain us here with one of his favorites. You let him make a few calls. I'm going to step out of the picture, and then he's going to kind of tell you about some of the other predators he has.
Thank you, John. Well, one of my favorites calls that we have is called our Predator Call PC1. You can make a pretty good variety of sounds with this call. I'll start out with what would be considered a rabbit squall for coyote calling, and it goes a little bit like this. That squalling sound that makes that coyote think, hey, here's a free meal I can go get. Another sound you can make is a raccoon chatter by trilling your tongue. And if that doesn't get somebody's attention, I don't know what will. The coyote that comes in and is a little bit hesitant and doesn't want to come all the way in, we have a variety of sounds that you can appeal to him with. One might be the pup squeal. Get that yip, yip, yip sound. If that doesn't get his attention, maybe chicken cackle. Quite a variety of sounds you can make on that call. We have a lot of other sounds that we have available on cassette tape. We have 56 different sounds of actual animal distress, or mating sounds, or territorial sounds. We have elk bugle. We've come out with this coyote howler at the show this year, introducing the coyote howler for calling coyotes. And a pretty good variety of sounds that you can use to photograph, to hunt, or to just go out and enjoy the outdoors.
Well, we really appreciate you taking time to visit with us, and I think a lot of our viewers will enjoy seeing you on our program.
Great.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
One. Now we're at the SHOT Show 92. We're good friends here. We just met, and of course we're going around from booth to booth. And here we are with a brand new gun that we've been talking about. We just haven't seen one yet. So we're going to let Randy and Greg show it to us.
You're looking at a 9mm double action, typical double action, single action. Has a very unique feature. It offers a fast fire, no jerk system. Just push the hammer back down. Very simple operation. Very light can be pushed, dropped into place. Once you have done initial drop down, all you have to do is very lightly squeeze the trigger. It goes into a single action cock. Lightly pull the trigger, the gun fires. So in respect, you can go like a single action with no problems at all. typical breakdown. Once the gun is cocked back, put the safety on, the gun can still be ejected, rounds can be installed into it, safety's on, nothing happens. Hammer can be put in any location, even in the half-cock location. All the way down, drop the safety, watch fingernail. That's all it takes. Excuse me, safety is on. Fingernail is all it takes.
Edit. 3, 2,
Fingernail
1.
is all it. Fingernail is all that it takes. Drop the hammer into position. Keep pulling the fingernail, and the gun will fire. The lightest trigger system on the market.
Now this is a new gun from Daewoo, am I right?
That is going to be sold through First Fire, First Shot system.
Well, gentlemen, we appreciate you taking time
Yes, sir.
To show us this, and we'll look forward to getting one of these guns for testing. And believe me, we will find out how they work. We take them out and we shoot them.
Here's a complete setup.
So it comes with a plastic box and one spare magazine.
Loading tool, cleaning kit, and a lock that we do not have in it this time, but it does come with a little lock in order to lock the case completely.
Well, it certainly looks very nice, and again, we appreciate you showing that to us, and we're going to feature this on our program the next couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Randy, thanks once again. Randy, thank you so much. We enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
And these are a couple of gentlemen from the First Shot Daewoo Precision Industries. This is the First Shot DP51, and they're nice enough to appear on our camera for us, for our audience.
We're going to have to edit right here.
Yeah, we'll edit. That's fine. We're looking at breakdown, sure. We'll see how the gun breaks down. Good, good. Very simple.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Good. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Well, here we are down at the Caspian booth and talking with Mike Gallant and Harry Foster. And those of us in the gun industry know that the Caspian products are really excellent as far as quality and durability. So many of your professional shooters are using Caspian parts and frames, and they have something new they're going to show us today. So Mike, tell us what you got there in your hands.
Well, this is our new 38 Super 20 round Wonder, high capacity frame, built in Magwell. We should start shipment January, the end of January. It's got a Shootin compensator on it, very effective. As you know, we build guns for the competition shooter.
Well, we recently photographed Judy Woolley shooting a hybrid comped one of her custom guns, and I know they work.
Yep.
So why don't you show us some special features? Now, how many rounds of 38 Super does it hold?
It holds 19 in the magazine, one in the chamber.
So you got 20 rounds before having to unload.
Yes.
Now, I may have a silly question, but how practical is this gun for, say, the casual shooter or casual competitor to own?
Well, it's a competition gun. It's made for the competition shooter for not loading as many times.
Well, would you suggest this for a club shooter, like a weekend, a recreational shooter who competes in their local club matches? I know you're not out of reach financially. Your prices, I thought, are very reasonable for what they're getting, and I know it would make a lot of our boys look a lot better having 20 rounds, myself included. Well, we wish you a lot of luck on this, and we appreciate you taking time to talk with us. Hope you're enjoying the 92 SHOT Show.
Okay, thank you.